Go. We are almost live. Yes, we are live. Yay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our team training. We have double trouble here today with Debbie Jones and April Simpson joining us for our team training. And they're going to be talking to us about hosting mega battle of the hostesses. And this is something that came about when Debbie posted and Team Nailed It about the success she was having and how she did this with April, and the comments were streaming in. So I asked them to share it with everyone and give us more details. So welcome, Debbie and April.
Hello, everyone.
They're coming at us from Pittsburgh. And before we jump in, can you guys share, so Debbie, you joined first, and then April joined after you. Can you share, Debbie, your journey and also how you got April to join?
Yeah. So April actually I met her through a party that I had, and then she joined my VIP group.
Okay.
And she was asking questions, but she was hesitant. And she was very active in my VIP group, could not get her to join. She actually started helping me, and she was sending so many people my way for customers, but never took that step. And she was helping me with marketing ideas, doing everything that a stylist does. But it took her, I don't know, April, it wasn't quite a year, I don't think, but
it was a long time.
It was a long time.
It was a good 9 months.
That's hilarious. But I mean,
Nothing much.
Timing is everything, right?
Yeah.
And here you are. And so Debbie, how did you get into it?
I actually I had never heard of Color Street, and I was at a vendor show with representing another company, and right across the room was a Color Street table. And I kind of gandered over there a little because I was curious, but I didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. Came home, looked it up, said, I really don't do my nails, but let me see. I'm going to ask for a sample because I like free stuff. So I got a sample, tried it, fell in love with it, started buying, and was referring a lot of people to my sponsor, and said, what am I doing? Let me go ahead. That's what I did.
That's funny. So you kind of did a little bit what April was doing, where you're sending them all to her, and it's like, all right, it's time.
Right.
Love that. I love that. Okay, well, I'm going to let you guys just jump right in because I know you have a lot to share with us about these mega battle of the hostesses party.
Yes. So the battle of the hostess party, if you've never heard of a battle of the hostess, it's normally where you have two hostesses, you create a group, and each hostess invites their friends to the party. The mega battle was actually something that April came up with, and I saw her doing it, and I said, now, wait a minute, I went in on this.
Awesome.
The battle can be done either in your VIP group, or you can create a separate group, just like you would a regular party. April and I both did separate groups outside of our VIP.
Okay.
But it's on a much larger scale, and there's so many benefits with it, which we'll discuss as we go along. But it's like a normal battle, but you have more hostesses. I had 4, April had 5, a lot more games, more interaction, more prizes. And what does that do? That creates mega opportunities.
Yes.
Larger group, more new potential customers, a lot of rewards, more rewards for the hostesses, because as people are joining, they want their friend, whose ever team they're on, to win. So they're going to do whatever they can to help their hostess.
Mhm.
So then you have more people that you can invite to your VIP group, and you have a lot more people that you can share the business opportunity with. I had over 100 people in my battle of the hostesses, in my first battle. And now it's just working with those people to convert them to VIP and to stylists.
Okay.
The mega battles for me seem to be a lot easier,
Yeah.
because they're basically 4, 5, 6 parties, however many you can handle.
Yeah.
But it's in one group, and you're only doing one post, lives one instead of multiple times. So it's much easier.
Okay. So are you guys combined? So you put your hostesses in, April, and Debbie, you put your hostesses all in one group. So you're combining your efforts together?
No, we each had our own group. So she had her 4 people in her own group. I
Okay.
started mine about 3 days before she started hers, and
Okay.
she saw how great it was doing. So she was asking me questions about what I was doing.
Gotcha.
And so I was telling her, what I was doing, how I was messaging the people. So part of the thing with mine is 3 of the people that I used or messaged never had parties. They only bought once, and they were in parties that were like 6 months ago.
Mhm.
They never bought again, but they were in my VIP group and on my friends list on Facebook. So when I messaged them, I was very careful about the words that I used to see why they had never purchased again. Was
Mhm.
it because you had difficulties applying? Like what stalled you from Color Street?
Mhm.
And the majority of it was because they had difficulties doing the application, and they thought that they wasted money. And so I took that opportunity to say, let's have a party. We'll get you some free stuff. I'll teach you through videos that I make and teach you how to apply, teach your friends how to apply. We'll earn you free things. We'll do this big battle of the hostess. You'll win things. Your guests will win things. And they were all excited about it. So as they invited people, and I had people that weren't even in the parties ordering, asking questions, because they were also posting on their pages because they
Oh,
were so excited about it.
yeah.
But it was just taking those extra steps to reach out to them, because I was looking for new ways to grow to grow my VIP,
Yeah.
but on a more personal, intimate level with the people that were already there.
Mhm.
Because they interact a little bit, but they don't ever buy, and they don't ever post like nail fees or anything. So I wanted to see why buy once and never buy again? Why interact on common posts like, with quotes or whatever, but never about these things? So I was very particular about what I would say in those posts about, how about having a nail bar? So
I
that is
love
step
that you
one.
got
Whenever
curious about that. I just
I'm
had to, sorry, I just had to cut you off really quick because I love that you got curious about that and said like, why, and like went straight to the source. Like, let's figure this out. That's genius.
and it really, like, I got so many VIP members from doing this, and not some, and I'll tell you, the one girl that I never thought she would become such a great customer. She's bought over $600 since this battle for herself and her daughter, because
Whoa.
now that she knows how to apply
Yeah.
and do these mixed manis and all these tips, and these are things that I always post in my VIP, but
Mhm.
since I stepped back and took the time to do interaction one-on-one with her in private message, it really just took it up a notch for her.
Yeah.
And it just made all the difference. And there was
Wow.
another girl, Charlie, is the same way, but she took it to her personal page, and I got, I think, 8 VIPs from her. And all of her people are brand new customers, never used Color Street before.
Wow.
So it really, the way that you word it really makes a difference. So like with the accent packs, whenever someone that's brand new would order, I would say, let me send you some accent packs instead of samples, accent packs,
I
so
like
that
that.
you can practice before you put your nails on, so you don't waste your nails. So let me send these to you today, and you'll get them in 2 or 3 days, probably before you get your packs. Try them, sample them, get them on, practice, I'll send enough.
Yeah.
And then when you get your nails, you'll know how to do it. So you can practice with my videos. Now, if it was someone that wasn't sure if they wanted to buy, so they haven't purchased yet, then it was free samples. Even though it's the same thing, it was still free samples. So then I was like, okay, let me send you free samples, because then those two people thought they were different things. So when that person that got the accent packs got theirs and they put them on, and they would send pictures on the Mega Battle of the Hostess. Oh my God, I love these, look. And then they'd have like all the different ones. I had like 4 people that just got samples that ordered the buy 3 get 1 free from their friends, because they were like, oh my God, I don't even want to wait for my samples. Let me just go order. It just, the way that I just switched words around made a huge difference.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so I'm such a visual person, and I'm still like, I need more clarity on what the difference between a mega, there's lots of people do Battle of the Hostesses. What is the difference between a mega battle if you two are not combining them? Like, what makes it mega?
Well, we had tons of prizes.
Okay.
So we did our prizes separately. So I'll go over the way I did mine, and then Debbie can take over and talk about the way she did hers, but we both did way more than we normally do.
Okay.
So I did mine. Each hostess, every order she got a prize put into a bag. That's a bag.
Okay.
So if she got 15 orders, she got 15 prizes in that bag.
Oh,
they don't have to be expensive. They can be anything.
Okay.
Nail clips, anything. Nail files, Color Street, anything that you
So
put in
it's not for the customer that bought, it's for the host. So they're like being like, ooh, we're gonna spoil our friend, right?
Well, so everybody that buys, I and Debbie does the same thing. Everybody that buys, without them even knowing, gets a thank you card personally written by us with free accent packs. Again, accent, not samples. So we send them, we look at their order, and we send them something that would coordinate with something in their order. So we send them free accent packs as a gift for the order for supporting their friend. So everybody that ordered got a prize.
Nice.
And for their order, they got a prize in the bag.
Okay.
So the person that sold, I did 2 top prizes, the first and the second, because I originally started with 6, but one of my girls had emergency, so I dropped it down to 5. And I just left the 6th one out. So I had 2 tops, and the very top prize got 21 prizes in her bag, because she got a prize for every single order in the entire thing. And the second one got a custom made wreath with interchangeable seasons and her orders from her party. So it's more the prizes that come from it. So the more orders, the more prizes. Now, granted, I'm not saying go and spend $500 on prizes, but you can get some pretty decent prizes at like the Dollar Tree or whatever. I got like adult coloring books and nail fee bags, all kinds of stuff. Kohl's clearance, I can get all kinds of cool stuff. I'll let Debbie explain, because she did her prizes a little bit different.
Okay, so how did you do yours, Debbie?
Yeah, I did mine a little different. So the way I did mine is each hostess had a gift bag, and instead of rewarding the hostess, because I was already doing that, each hostess got 2 free sets from my stash. And so every time an order was placed, and I also did it. I threw in a prize every time an order was placed. But if we had a game and it went really well and there was a lot of interaction, I threw in something extra. And then at the end of the party, I went live and announced the winner for the battle, but then also gave away the bag to a guest of the hostess. This for me, my sales just skyrocketed with it. And I think that really helped because people felt that they had to buy to get in the bag, but they really didn't have to because I was putting them in based on interaction as well. And then we gave away, so each guest, and one thing that we didn't talk about yet is I also created a messenger group. And so each day that messenger group was just with my hostesses.
Okay.
And I used it to coach them. Every day I created excitement within that group. And the hostesses were so excited to do this that they actually, 2 of them started their own messenger group with their friends doing the same thing. And then it was to talk about, okay, well, they want more prizes in the gift bag. So more people would show up for the games and the lives because they wanted this opportunity to win. I kind of treated it like if you have a party in your home, people come in and, you know, typically you would give them something or they play games and they have opportunities to win door prizes. So I treated my gift bags more as door prizes for the guests of the hostesses.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and we both did a lot of games. So like when she put her prizes into the bags for the ends, I sent prizes to the winners there. So they all got prizes. Like she did it all at the end and mine got it during the party itself.
Gotcha.
And one of the biggest things too is to hype up the hostess like the whole time and keep it theme related. Like we both did like a battle theme, like punching bags and girl punching bag theme, pink, and, you know.
That's
so
cute.
Hyping up that hostess really made a big difference. And like at one point, one of my hostesses was falling way behind. She was like $130 behind. So for her link and her link only, and for her guests, I was like, okay, like Team Erica, come on, we have to get her up there. She's falling behind. If you purchase today for the next 6 hours, you'll get 2 free sets from me. Let's go, Team Erica. She got like 5 sales in like 3 hours.
I love that.
Into like 3rd place.
I love that you call it Team Erica. That's genius.
Everybody was like team. And it was all about hyping them up and saying things like, you lovely ladies, or just making them all feel special for their team. And it really went a long way. You know, they all loved it. Sometimes I think they get bored. Sorry, my cat's blind and he's jumping on my computer. So if something happened, sorry.
You're good.
They just, that extra hype going into it really made a huge difference. And not just the hostesses, but the guests. And it was all in just the way things were worded. And it just made a huge difference over a solo party.
Right. Oh yeah. Like so much hype, you know, and Debbie, how you had your messenger group, I'm sure that just like really got them going, because it's not just one person, it's like several people. There's a little bit of competition there. There's a little bit of like synergy. I love it. So can you kind of give us a vision of like what the party looks like? Like how long is it? It's in a Facebook group, right? What games do you play?
Yeah.
How many games?
Go ahead, Debbie.
Yeah. So we had, my party went a little over a week. And one thing that we both did was, as people were coming into the group, we did a post where we introduced each one, and throughout the entire party, it was Team Joanna, Team Debbie, Team Chrissy. They all had their own name, and that's how we referred to all of our hostesses during the party.
Mhm.
And we had a graphic of a picture of them and a little write-up about each one. And as guests were coming in, we're saying, let us know whose team you're on. And that really got the guests involved because they wanted to know they are there for their friend and they're going to do whatever they can for that friend. So that's one of the things we did. And then
Was
we
that one
all
of the questions? Like, you know how sometimes Facebook groups will have like questions in order to get in the group? Was that one of the questions, was what team are you on?
no, but that would be
You could
cute.
totally do that.
Yeah, that's really cute.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you guys did it as like a post.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And one
then-
of the important things too, just to throw it out there, whenever you set up the links for their guests to order, make sure that each link is clearly marked for that guest. So we did it all, I think we both did it the same, but mine was all in one post. It was pinned to the top as a feature. And since I had 6, I left the 6 person's link active the whole time because she did invite guests at first. So I just left it in there. So I had all 6 people and it was their full name, Team Charlie. I won't say her last name, Team Charlie, and then her link. If you want to order from Team Charlie, please make sure you click this link above. And then Team Candace, and same thing. So, and there was huge space between each one.
Smart.
Because if someone orders from the wrong party, there's no way for us to correct
There's
it.
no going back. Yeah.
Right. So make sure when you're doing that is one of the most important things when you're setting up your Battle of the Hostess, because you don't want to make your hostess mad because you're never going to get any of those other people on board for Battle of the Hostess 2, 3, 4, and 5. So making sure if you're going to do this, that number 1, I don't want to say is perfect, but that part is
that's gotta be very accurate.
because there's no way of fixing it. The only way you can fix it is if you use your own funds to place an order under them to correct that. And I mean, you can do that if you want, but just make sure that part and that it's very clear, and you tag all your hostess underneath that so that they know that it's there to explain it. And then if there's any of their guests that say, hey, how do I order? You can either tag that person in that thing and say, here's all their links, please click the right one, or they can tag that person in it.
Okay. I have a question. This is very spontaneous, but somebody said, we're going to need some visuals, and I would love a visual. Is there any way one of you could pull up on your computer the group and we could like sneak in there? I could like share a screen.
Yeah, I have my laptop here.
I don't know how to do it.
I would do it. Let's see. I would allow you to share. Anyway, we'll play around with it, but keep talking. Who wants to volunteer for that? Debbie, do you have your?
I think, April, do you have that?
I mean, I have my laptop here. I can pull it up.
Are you both on your phones?
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't know if it'll allow us.
Yeah.
That's okay. You can like post screenshots like in our team and stuff.
So I have a problem with going back and adding some of our graphics in the comments.
Okay, that'd be great. Yeah.
Think that at all. And while she's doing that, seeing if she can show her computer screen. The other thing I did was during the mega battle is I talked about it a lot in my VIP group. And there were people in the VIP group that wanted to join the party so they could see what was going on, and they became hostesses for my next battle. So it's really important to connect your VIP group with that battle any way that you can.
Yeah.
I'm trying to turn my phone
That's
around.
smart.
So let's see.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, just flip the phone.
Yeah.
Why did I think of that? Okay, hang on. I'm gonna pin your screen.
So here's the links. So you can tell I made it flashy.
Yes. That's brilliant. You did added in a GIF plus all the links. Okay, love it.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay.
And then can you just scroll through so we can like kind of see the different just a quick glance at some of the, you know, what it looks like, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar. It's very similar to like a regular party.
Yeah.
Like here's the graphic that I used for the tallies. So like,
I love that. With the punching gloves, the pink punching gloves, and you're showing them where that is brilliant right there, girl.
And then I do lives. That's one of the biggest things. I'm a farmer, and I know that sounds crazy, but I'm a farmer, and I am always outside, and I will do a live anywhere.
Love it.
And so
what do you do in your lives typically in these makeup parties?
So when I do a live about like if there's a product, or if I get on and someone's asking a question about how to apply or something, I'll just, wherever I'm at, if I'm in the garden or out in my barn or whatever, I'll just do a live and just show it, like show my nail and like this is how you do it. And then I'll like put my phone down and get my fingers going and just, you know, and put it on there, because that's who I am. Like I don't do makeup. I don't do all this.
I love that because, well, it helps them connect with you. And it just shows them like, you can do this in your barn or in your garden or wherever. And also, sometimes it takes just as much time to type out the answer.
Right.
Like, let me do a 60-second video. It's boosting the algorithm, letting them get to know you better, showing them like just
and it's showing them that the product lasts, which is the biggest thing, because I don't wear gloves either. When I'm out in the garden, because I'm a chicken and a produce farmer, and we're building a greenhouse.
Yeah.
And I have an orchard. When I'm out cutting down a tree, I don't have gloves on, and I'm cutting up stuff and wood. So I'll take a before in front of a tree, and then we'll cut it down and we'll cut it all up. And then I'll take a picture doing after and while we're burning it, and I'll post them all.
I love that.
And people are just like, wow, I can't believe it lasted that. And if there is a damage, if there is like a chip or something, I'll show it. I will like file it off and try to hide it. Like I'll be like, look at all of this stuff that I did today. And this is all that happened, was this little tiny little chip. Like, can your polish hold up to that? So people love it. People love that. And you know, makes a huge difference.
That's great. What about, okay, so give us some ideas of the games that you do. We need some.
Oh, okay. Back to the game. See, I told you I get.
No, this is great. And we're going to go over our time, and that's totally fine.
One of the biggest games that I play, and I'm not sure if Debbie plays it, is a lottery game. It's a Powerball game. I play that one because anybody can play that one. You don't have to buy. And I play that one a lot. I play it multiple times usually. It's super easy. I play, I don't play the bingo one like she does, because as you can tell, I talk too much and it runs over. I play the guessing game, the Family Feud game. And I like to make my own questions and answers. I research the different themes of the parties and stuff to keep it with that theme.
Okay.
Battleship, I'll find any game. And
sometimes any game in virtual.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just find games that don't even have never been on Color Street, because
why not?
Play the same game 100,000 times.
Yeah. Michelle is asking, one of the ladies in our team is asking, how do you play Powerball? In a party. So
I post a graphic that has like 1 through 5, and then another below it, like 1 through 30.
Okay.
And then they pick the numbers, like they pick 5 numbers and then a Powerball number. And then I'll have another graphic, and depending on how many people in the party, I'll pick prizes based off of that. So like the Powerball, if they get all 5 numbers in the Powerball, they win 3 free sets or 2 free sets or whatever.
Mhm.
So there'll be 5 prizes. And then I'll post it the day before and I'll ask everybody to pick 5 numbers in the Powerball. And then I'll say, okay, I'm going to draw the night, the next night. So I posted today's and I'm going to draw them tomorrow night at 9. So then I go on my computer, let me pull it up. And I put in those numbers on the prize wheels, this,
Yeah.
the Powerball.
Mhm.
And then I just spin it. I would spin it, but I also have goofy music on it. I don't want to blow everybody's ears off. So I just spin it and I have it saved. So then I go up and then I open the next one because I have it saved. And if there's a ton of people, I have it 1 through 50. I have 2 different ones.
Mhm.
And then let me see if I can get it to open. I'm not used to using my fingers. No, I can't get it to open right now. And then I just spin it and there's just like you would like the real Powerball game. But you have to watch the wording because Facebook, you're not allowed to like gamble on Facebook.
Mhm.
So sometimes you have to separate the word Powerball or not use the word lottery, or Facebook will take the post down.
Good to know.
So, but that's super easy.
That's fun. So I want to know how well these parties did. Inspire us with your numbers.
Well,
So go ahead.
oh, I was going to say, I think when I posted, we were in the middle of the battle. And when I posted that in the group, we were at over 4,000. I ended up for the month, $3,200. All of that, except for I think like 600 came from those battle of the hostesses.
Wow. So basically you're really investing. I mean, you could really like invest all your time in 1 week and
Yeah.
like,
And do
wow.
recruiting and everything else the rest of the month.
Right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
so cool. What about you, April?
So I am limited on my income monthly because of my son's disability.
Mhm.
So I can only sell $2,000 a month.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
so I sold 1,985. Not intentionally, that was just where it was at.
Yeah.
But I gained all in all like 15 VIPs from it.
Awesome.
And a couple of the VIPs that I already had are now buyers.
That's great.
So even though money wise, I was capped, I gained so much more in the end.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have like, I'm always like, my brain's always spinning and I'm like, well, could you ever do it combined with, Debbie and April do it combined? Because in my head, I'm like, gosh, it would be even more mega if you could combine your prizes, combine everything. And also the other thing I like about this idea is accountability. Like, it's easy to bail on yourself and be like, we'll do it next week, or like, I'm busy, or I don't feel like it, or whatever. But if you're like, well, crap, I told Amy I was going to do it. So this is happening, whether I like it or not. And then there's 10 hostesses, you know what I mean? Like you each bring in 5, then it's really mega. Do you feel like that could be done?
Yeah, it could be. We've actually done things together before. We've done mega sales before, just not like a battle of the hostess.
Yeah.
Because we've done some fundraisers and stuff together.
I'm sorry. You can even take your VIP groups and compete your VIP groups and say, we're going to go with April's Nail Bar against Debbie's Dazzling Mayonnaise. And who wants to be hostesses in this battle of the hostesses, and just compete the VIP groups.
Right. Yeah. I love that idea too. Do it in your VIP, because you could really grow your VIP group by doing a giant battle of the hostesses.
Yeah.
There. Or a mega, gotta call it the right name. I mean, I love this. A lot of people have done this, combined mega parties for like their teams, the leaders will host it for their teams or whatever. But I love the idea of just like coupling up with your Color Street bestie and doing a giant mega battle of the hostesses with your people or on your own, like you have done. I mean, obviously it was so successful, and I love that it was, 1 week of your time and you guys killed it with sales.
Thanks.
But I think it's because of that synergy, that hype, right?
Yeah. Hyping up those girls really made a big difference. And just the wording of everything, like just changing it around from because both of us changed our wording around, and it just made a huge difference.
Okay.
And the follow-up, like, when I would follow up with people, instead of doing the 10-day thing, I would just go in and look at their order and look at their tracking to see if they were delivered. And if their package was delivered, I would email them or, message them on Facebook. Hey, just wanted to see if your package was delivered and if you have any questions. And I always send my VIP link with that message and say, if you have any questions or any issues applying, please join my VIP group. I will help you, tag you in some videos, do a live with you, help you apply them. And almost every single one of them joined that hadn't already joined.
That
makes a huge difference.
Great customer service on your end. I love that.
Follow-up is huge, because if you are doing this mega battle and you don't do the follow-up, whether it's to get into your VIP group, to be a continued customer, or to join your team, you're missing so much opportunity. So I'm still in the process. It's been a month and I'm still in the process of following up with those people on a regular basis to convert them.
Yeah. Fortunes in the follow-up, right?
Right.
Well, is there anything else that you wanted to say before we wrap it up? Is there anything else that we need to know in order to be successful at this, like you two have been?
I think just interacting. I'm in some parties that some friends have invited me to, and I don't poach other people, other friends that are in parties and stuff, but I really feel sad because there's no interaction, there's no posting, there's no party themes, there's no anything, and the biggest thing is interacting, doing lives, doing games, doing posts, and you don't have to spend all day on the computer. You can schedule these things to, I have 3 kids, I have 3 businesses, not including Color Street. I'm building another one. I'm a busy person.
Yeah.
But I can spend an hour and a half a day, periodically scheduling posts and running different parties and running that Battle of the Hostess party and working on the fall launch, because that's when that was happening.
Yeah.
And still have all those posts set on there and making sure that, these hostesses are getting what they're bargaining for. They're not booking these parties for us to not do anything for them. And it's not fair to them as our customers to book parties for them to not post anything. So really interacting is an important key, not just to their business, but to Color Street as a whole.
True. Good point.
I think that is really, and one of my friends, I was like, I'm really sorry that, you're not getting any sales and stuff. And I wish I would have known that you wanted to have a party. You could have had a party under me. And she's like, it's okay. And I'm like, it's not really okay, but in a couple months we'll throw you a party and we'll do something. Cause I'm not going to poach her, but I also feel awful that, so I'm like, please don't look all like that.
Stacy is asking, do you have an outline of posts that you did and when? Like, do you guys use any sort of outline?
I really judge it on the party and the people in it. If I need to have more interaction posts to get people more interactive, then I turn my wheel and I do more posts to get people more interactive. If I have more people that have never used Color Street, then I turn my wheel and I do more informational posts about what the product's about, how to apply it, how to take it off, how to do mixed manis, tips and tricks. If it's all people that have already used all the products, then I go more for games, free shipping games, discount games, things to like entice them to buy. So really it's all about the makeup of the party.
So you're kind of customizing it to the audience and the comments that you're seeing.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, well, this was amazing. Sarah just said all amazing creative ideas. You all are inspiring. This is fun. And I feel like everyone can, sacrifice a week of their time, out of the month to like have, you can use the rest of the month to gather your hostesses for the next, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I feel like this is a great way to go about doing parties and just making them so fun, hyping them up, lots of energy, lots of people, lots of prizes. That seems to be the way that it worked. So thanks, you guys.
Stop those clearance bins and stock up. Right.
the Target dollar bins, the dollar store, all that. Yes, I love it.
You can find so many good prizes and not spend a lot of money on them.
Yeah, totally. Well, thanks, you guys. I appreciate this so much. I think you've inspired people to try this out themselves, and even, like I said, combine it with a friend, and it'll be even more fun, hold you more accountable, or try it in a VIP group. So thanks everyone for watching, and thanks Debbie and April for sharing all this.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Appreciate you guys. Bye.
Bye.